Well, if I remember, I think it goes like...
Hey, man, I don't think we should be doing this.
Hang on. Maybe, no. This loops over here.
Okay.
Where?
This
here?
is,
You know? No, that's not it. That's not it.
This is Fusebox
I think we should
number
wait.
100.
Hey, are you starting the show?
And you are fucking shit up. No, not like that. Hang on. Not like that. No. Here, let me do it.
I told you we shouldn't be doing this.
Okay, well, it's only been, what, a few thousand years since I've used this equipment?
You gotta be delicate, bro. Treat her like a lady. Here. Now watch me.
Oh, right. I forgot. It goes around the capstan. It goes the other way. Like I said, it's been a few thousand years since I was with a lady, okay? Anyway, thank you so very kindly, Mr. Keynes. You're a credit to your gender.
No sweat, amigo. Just doing what I do.
Alrighty then. So...
Yep, we're good to go. Fusebox number 100 is ready to launch, Captain.
Splendid!
Well, then let's get comfortable and get this shit did. Ah, hello, friend. I hate to admit it, but this wildebeest IPA kinda growing on me.
Oh, wonderful. Well, whenever you are ready, Mr. Keynes.
Okay, this is Fusebox number 100, and you are slathered in Brill cream.
Shouldn't we open a window or something?
Nah, fumes are part of the ambiance, bro.
I never much cared for ambiance.
My name is Donald Reagan.
Showtime.
One of the traditional methods of imposing statism or socialism on a people has been by way of medicine.
I feel
The
dizzy.
doctor begins to lose
No, that's the
faith by telling a
ambiance,
lie,
amigo.
and one leads to another. But doctor decides he wants to practice in one town, and the government has to say to him, you can't live in that town. They already have enough doctors. You have to go someplace else. All of us can see what happens once you establish the precedent that the government can determine a man's working place and his working methods, and behind it will come other federal programs that will invade every area of freedom as we have known it in this country. Until one day we will awake to find that we have socialism.
The Laredo Tobacco Company and Bulger's Coffee proudly brings you the Fusebox Show. And now, here are your hosts, Mark R. Rose and Paisley Danklin.
Good afternoon, and welcome to this morning's show. Tonight, on the very first of hopefully many broadcasts, the Fusebox Show will discuss a variety of subjects, including the proliferation of communist sympathizers in our nation's kindergartens. But first, I would like to introduce my co-host, Paisley Danklin. Hello, Paisley, and welcome.
Hello, Mark. It's good to be welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and indeed, welcome to the inaugural and live broadcast of the Fusebox Show. Indeed, we will be discussing communism in America with a variety of topics, some serious and some not so serious. And we hope to bring you a few laughs along the way. Right, Mark?
That's right, Paisley. The Fusebox Show is a variety show of sorts, with guest interviews and performances, round-table discussions, comedy sketches, and even helpful tips and tricks for all you housewives out there.
Well, that's right, Mark. Like the one coming up later in the show, ladies. But first, a word from one of our wonderful sponsors, the Laredo Tobacco Company, maker of smooth, flavorful Laredo cigarettes. Ladies love Laredo.
Gosh, thanks for taking me fishing, Dad. This is swell.
It sure is, Tommy. It sure is.
I wish the fish were biting, though. Gosh.
Now, Tommy, you know we don't swear.
I'm sorry, Dad, but gee, we haven't even gotten a nibble. This is boring.
You have to be patient, Tommy. Remember, good things come to those who wait. But here, have a Laredo to help relax and while away the hours. I'm a Laredo menthol man myself.
Gee, thanks, Dad. Oops, I swore again. I'm sorry, Dad.
Oh, that's okay, Tommy. You're a Laredo man now.
Wow, I feel relaxed already. Thanks, Dad. Laredo really is a smooth, flavorful smoke.
It sure is, Tommy. It sure is.
Yes, Tommy. Ladies love Laredo. And so do fish.
I got one! I got one!
That's Laredo. Now with even more nicotine.
You know, I think I'll follow young Tommy's lead and enjoy a Laredo menthol right now. Paisley?
No thanks, Mark, but I will have a Laredo regular.
Well, while we enjoy our Laredos, let's welcome in our first guest on the Fusebox Show, Senator Bob Fusky, to discuss the biggest threat to our country, communism. Welcome, Senator.
Thank you both for having me, and might I also add, congratulations on your first show. It's both a privilege and an honor, as well as a privilege, to be your first guest.
It's an honor, Senator, and a privilege. Thank you for coming.
Indeed. A privilege and an honor, Senator. Would you care for a Laredo?
The honor is mine. It's really a privilege and an honor to be here. And yes, thank you. I will join you in a Laredo. Gentlemen. There's nothing I'd rather put in my mouth than a smooth Laredo.
So, Senator Fusky, communism. We can all agree that the Red Menace is our nation's greatest concern.
Agreed.
Pinkos really make me see red.
But to know that communism is taking a foothold in our kindergartens is truly alarming.
Indeed.
Senator, what is being done to prevent our children from the perversions of communism? I mean, how do we as parents protect America's youth?
We must do everything we can and whatever it takes, Paisley. Right now, I'm crafting a bill to build a wall to keep commies out of our great country.
You don't say.
I'm also proposing a legislation proposal proposing that all communists and communist sympathizers use a separate bathroom in all public schools.
Public schools? Well, what about private schools, Senator?
Paisley, I believe private schools should be allowed to make their own laws.
Wait. Why should public schools be forced to...
Communism attracts poor people, and poor people can't afford private schools.
But, Senator,
And as for building a wall, a terrific wall, the best wall, well, let me just say I have a plan, a secret plan I can't discuss with you right now, that will keep communists out.
But what about communists who are already in our country? Won't your wall just keep them in?
Yes. No. Well, yes. My wall, our wall, will keep some commies in, yes. But those commies we will combat with conversion therapy and the power of prayer.
Prayer?
Gentlemen, thank you for having me, but I'm wanted back in Washington as I have a very, very important meeting with members of the Kankakee Koala Keepers.
The KKK?
Good day, gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Well,
we did say that this is a live broadcast, folks, so,
we may need to rethink that idea. But we do thank Senator Fusky for stopping by here on the Fusebox Show, even though, we scheduled another 10 minutes with the good senator, where we hope to discuss recent allegations claiming Senator Bob Fusky is a Homo sapien. Perhaps on a future show. In any case...
Say, Mark, look who else just dropped by for a visit.
Folks, it's Squinchy and Punchy.
Uh-oh, Mark. They look like they're up to no good.
Right you are, Paisley. Folks, Squinchy and Punchy are Oriental pocket squirrels who will stop by the show from time to time, getting into all sorts of mischief. Isn't that right, Squinchy?
Yeah, you never know what kind of shenanigans Squinchy and Punchy will get into. Right, Mark?
Right you are, Paisley.
Ain't that right, Punchy?
Okay, you two. Run along now. We have a show to do, and we just don't have time for your tomfoolery right now. I'm sure that won't be the last we see of those two characters. Right, Paisley?
Hey, where's my wallet? Squinchy, Punchy, you little rascals.
You won't be seeing your wallet anytime soon. That's for sure.
I had $5 whole in that wallet.
$5? Why, that's just enough to buy themselves 6 cartons of Laredos. And remember, fellows, ladies love Laredos.
Speaking of the ladies, Mark, the Fusebox Show will have helpful tips and tricks for you ladies out there to make your husbands happy and content, because a happy and contented man makes for a happy and contented home. And now, here's Mitsy Muffplunder to tell you how.
Ladies, don't bother your husband with petty troubles and complaints when he comes home from work. Be a good listener. Let him tell you his troubles. Yours will seem trivial in comparison. Remember, your most important job is to build up and maintain his ego, which gets bruised plenty in business. Morale is a woman's business. Let him relax before dinner. Discuss family problems after the inner man has been satisfied.
Very wise and important words there. Wouldn't you say, Paisley?
I couldn't agree more, Mark. I couldn't agree more. And you know, maybe one day I'll get married and have a wife who knows how to treat a man right.
Same here. And thank you to our own Mitsy Muffplunder for sharing that important tip.
Yes, sirree. Well, thank you very much, Mitsy, and, by the way, are you single? You know, Mark, Mitsy is one gorgeous dish, that's for sure, and wow, what a figure. I'd tap that ass in a Utah minute, if you know what I mean.
Actually, I'm not sure that I do.
I'm not sure I do either. Say, Mitsy, could you bring us a fresh cup of Bulger's coffee?
Right away, Mr. Danklin.
2 lumps for me, Mitsy.
Oh, she'll bring you 2 lumps, all right. You can bet on that.
I wouldn't mind stirring those 2 lumps.
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
I have no idea. I'm very lonely.
Here we go. 2 hot steaming mugs of Bulgers with 2 lumps for you, Mr. Rose.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Thank you, darling.
Ooh, Mr. Danklin.
Those are 2 hot steaming mugs, all right.
I don't follow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I mean.
Now that is a great cup of coffee. And friends, if you want a relaxing cup of coffee, Bulger's is the coffee for you because it calms the jitters while giving you a refreshing boost of energy. But don't take my word for it.
How are things at the office, darling?
What's that, dear? Oh, fine. Just fine.
Poor darling. He just seems so irritable lately. But I guess I have put on a few pounds.
Say, honey, are my eggs done yet?
They'll be done in a jiffy, dear. Say, how about a nice cup of Bulger's while you wait?
Huh? Oh, yeah. That'd be swell.
Coming right up, darling.
Can't she see I'm trying to read the paper? And when is she going to trim down? I mean, she's a housewife, for Pete's sake. It's not like she has anything to do all day while I'm at the office bringing home the bacon. And speaking of bacon, when is she going to learn to cook? Boy, do I feel irritable.
Here we are, darling. A nice, relaxing cup of Bulger's. I brewed a fresh pot.
Whoa there. That's good. Just a quick cup.
Anything you say, darling.
Ah, that sure hits the spot. And say, I do feel more relaxed. How about another cup?
Oh my! Bill never asks for another cup of my coffee. Right away, darling. And look, your eggs are done too.
Just coffee for me from now on. Come here, you.
Oh, Bill, won't you be late for the office?
There's always time for Bulgers.
That's right, Bill. There's always time for Bulgers. And be sure to try Bulger's new carbonated coffees. Same great Bulger's taste, but with 23% more nicotine than regular Bulgers.
Say, darling, have you lost weight?
Thanks, Bulger's.
Who are you talking to, darling?
Yes, sir. Bulger's is the only coffee in my house. How about you, Paisley?
Same here, Mark. And you know what goes great with a hot cup of Bulger's?
A blowjob?
Nope. A Laredo El Capitan. Join me, Mark?
Thanks, Paisley. Yep, Bulger's and Laredo are a match made in heaven. So, ladies, to make your man feel relaxed and less irritable, be sure to have plenty of Bulger's coffee and Laredo cigarettes on hand. Now, our next guest...
Wait, before we introduce our next wonderful guest to the show, well, as you know, Mark, I'm something of an amateur practitioner of magic. And I thought, if we have time, I'd perform a new card trick I learned from our good friend, the Great Martini.
A card trick?
Yeah, and I just happen to have a deck of cards.
Paisley?
Because a good magician always has a fresh deck of cards handy. So,
Paisley, you do realize...
Let me just shuffle these up so you can see that they're just ordinary playing cards.
No, I know. Just let him do it.
Huh? What?
Oh, nothing. So, are they good and shuffled?
They are indeed shuffled. Okay, now then, take a card. Any card.
Is there something wrong, Paisley?
Okay. I just realized something.
Oh?
Well, this isn't, we can't do card tricks on the radio.
Correct.
Motherfuck!
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hold it. We don't have another. I said we don't have another. Just cue the announcer. Cue the announcer.
Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. The Fusebox show will be right.
So yes, we're going to. Our next guest is here to recite his poem, the genre of which is something new. Some would say subversive, called beatnik poetry. I think it is. But anyway, please welcome poet Ferlyn Getty.
Thank you for having me.
Mother, may I? Once more, and again before I die. Rigid rigor, face frozen in terror. Why, Mother, why? Slut sisters, bare-breasted, slick and fertile, taunt and tease they torture, dancing on my cold grave, where I died gladly.
Yes, sir. That. Boy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Those were powerful, Daddy-O. Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Real. Such, real words there. You really spoke to me, Hep Cat. Gritty, man. Right there. Right there. In the dirt. Wow. Well, thank you, Ferlyn Getty, for that wonderful poem. Yes, indeed.
You look like you could use a cigarette and a stiff drink.
Yes, folks, there's nothing like a Laredo to
relax your nerves.
Right. There's nothing like the relaxing smoke of a Laredo, and
you're smoking 5 at once, right?
Okay. So what's on tap next for the Fusebox show, huh?
You mean besides the fines and cancellation of the show? As well as our potential arrests and incarceration?
No thanks to you, I might add.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, we're gonna need a miracle, man.
Well, hey, Mark, look who it is. It's our good friend Timo.
Well, hiya, Timo, old pal. Folks, our friend Timo here is a bell ringer from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Not only that, but Timo has a nasty temper. So I hope we don't make him mad. Right, Mark?
Right you are, Paisley. You see, Timo breaks things when he gets really angry. Isn't that right, Timo? Say, Timo, what do you think of communists? Well, that's right, Timo. Communists are a threat to our democracy and have no place here in the land of the free, where all men, regardless of race, creed, or religion, are created equal, with opportunities for everyone who comes to our country, where the beautiful Statue of Liberty welcomes all with open arms, open heart,
open minds.
Well, let's not get crazy here. Timo, what would you do if a commie was elected President of the United States?
Look out, Mark. Timo's really mad now.
I'm just teasing you, Timo. This is America. We'd never elect a communist or a fascist to be President of the United States because our electoral system makes sure that only the most intelligent, dignified, sane, and qualified men get elected to be America's president. and the leader of the free world. Well, just look at President Eisenhower. He's a great man who will be a great president.
Timo, president. Oh, sorry, Timo. But you're too unpredictable to be president of the United States.
He's right, Timo. To be president, you have to be in full control of your emotions and carry yourself with the dignity the office deserves and has had, going all the way back to George Washington. Besides, Timo, you're just a big, temperamental, childish, petulant kid. You're much too immature and emotionally stunted to be the president of the United States.
Oh, it's okay, Timo. We like you just the way you are.
That's right, Timo. You'll always be our friend. Now, run along, because you have a very important job to do. Remember? We'll see Timo again, I'm sure. And don't worry, folks. He's really very harmless.
Well, Mark, I'd say it's about that time, wouldn't you?
I would indeed, Paisley. Thanks for the reminder. Folks, we're going to... right on time. Folks, that's Timo, the bell ringer, letting us know it's time to go. But before we sign off on the very first broadcast of the Fusebox Show, we would like to thank our guests, Senator Bob Fusky and poet Ferlyn Getty, for christening our brand new show. We'd also like to extend very warm thanks to Eddie Greenlee, Stuart Krug, Aaron Lane, Sabra Mary, Bruce Miles, Eric Newsom, Jeff Pollard, Mike Vaughn, and Joshua Willis. And a very special Fusebox Show thanks to Edward Podolsky for reminding women everywhere how to be better wives to their husbands. On a personal note, I wish to thank my wonderful co-host, Paisley Danklin, for helping get this ship launched for, hopefully, many, many more adventures. Good night, Paisley.
Good night, Mark.
The Fusebox Show has been brought to you by the Laredo Tobacco Company, maker of fine tobacco products like Laredo cigarettes. Ladies love Laredo. And by Bulger's Coffee. There's always time for Bulgers. This is the Fusebox Show announcer, Pink Winkler, saying, until our next audio animation. Okay, we got it? Okay, that ought to hold the little bastards.
Well, congratulations on 100 shows, gents.
Wow.
Yeah. How do we ever make it to 100?